Thank you, Madam Speaker. It's a solemn honor to recognize missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls, honoring an awareness day. We sometimes speak of women and girls being at risk when we should recognize that they are vulnerable to attack. We sometimes refer to domestic violence or violence against women and girls, but violence is not committed on its own. The reality is that it is almost always men who are committing that violence. And we must also recognize that there are vulnerable women and girls right now in Winnipeg and across Manitoba who do not have a safe place to go. It should be no surprise to any of us that the intergenerational trauma that exists because of the role governments have had on many files, whether that be justice, CFS, education, or residential schools. As legislators, we must acknowledge and implement the recommendations of the National Report into MMIWG and the Manitoba Children's Advocate. For example, the MMIWG inquiry called for the creation of a specialized Indigenous police unit led and staffed by First Nations to complement and enhance the work being done by First Nations police forces. Crises don't work around a 9-to-5 schedule, and neither should community supports. 24-hour safe places, whether for youth, homeless, or individuals experiencing violence, can work to protect vulnerable Manitobans. And youth in our CFS system are consistently the highest rate of missing persons in Manitoba, and some of them never come home. Reuniting families and reducing the number of children in care is one of the most important issues we all face to ensure that Indigenous youth are safe. Less than a year ago, the Manitoba Children's Advocate made it clear that on any given day in Manitoba, there are many girls being preyed on, and our current laws are not adequate to protect them. I hope that all parties in the chamber can unite in asking whoever forms the next federal government to change the laws around consent in the criminal code in order to protect young people from exploitation. Thank you. Merci.